What is up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be teaching you on how to do a design. First, before we even think about doing the design, we have to make our baseline with our trimmer. My client wanted a drop fade, so as you can see, we're dropping the baseline. After you're done with your baseline, then you go with your foil shaver. The foil shaver removes any stubble. Next, you open your clipper to a 0.5 to further fade. You go up about a finger's width and play with the lever. Now it's time for the part of the tutorial you've all been waiting for. I'm going to break everything down step by step so you can follow along and maybe recreate it yourself. Before I start cutting, I always plan in my head where I want the design to go. You don't want to just start making random lines because one mistake can mess up the whole design. I like to think of the flow of the haircut and how it fits with the design. Once I know where everything is going, I start with my first line. Now I'm going in with the trimmers and creating my first lines. The biggest tip I could give is don't rush and use controlled movements and take your time. Instead of trying to make a perfect line in one pass, build it up slowly. Another tip I can give is to hold your trimmer like a pencil. You only want to use the corners of the blade because if you use the whole blade, it won't make the corners look as sharp. Once the main parts are done, I'm adding little details that make the design look more advanced. These details are what separates from a basic design to something that catches people's attention. And remember, your first design isn't going to be perfect. My very first design was not as nearly as good as this one. As you can see right here, the design was finished and I was just adding little details to the fade to really make it pop. I did this all around the head, not just the sides the design was on. These little details make a big difference whenever you're done with the haircut. And now right here, I was lining up the C-cups with my trimmers. This makes the haircut look more clean. I then repeated this process on the other side too. Whenever you do the C-cup, make sure to do it in one swift motion, so it can come out flawless. Then right here is where I started the lineup. Whenever you do a lineup, you want to make sure your client's head isn't tilted or anything, because if you start that lineup and it's tilted, it's going to be hard to fix. And you want to make sure to start the lineup in the middle, because this makes it easier to map out the lineup. Whenever you're doing the lineup, make sure to press the trimmers a little bit, but don't hurt your client. You want it to come out sharp, but you don't want to hurt them at the same time. Or if you use corded clippers, those have a lot of power too. So either one of those will work. Or you can use the razor after you're done, but I don't know how to use that yet. And now right here is where I line up the vertical bars. Whenever you line up the vertical bars, you want to make sure you tap it, because if you hold it down and the client moves a little bit, you can mess up the whole hairline. And also make sure you hold the trimmer at like an angle, not completely straight, because people have a curved head, and if you do it straight, it's going to look weird and outward. But if you do it angled towards the eyebrow, it looks straight. Okay, now on this part is where I grabbed my foil shaver again and went right under that lineup I made, just to remove those little hairs because I don't know how to use the razor yet. And right here, I'm repeating the same process with the hairline just on the other side. Now on this part, I'm just detailing the fade a little bit more. Like I said, the details matter a lot and make the fade stand out. As you can see, the haircut is almost complete. I'm going to speed up the clips of me detailing it.
It's just less sprayable.
Now right here is where I'm enhancing the lineup. This isn't mandatory, it just makes the haircut look nicer. And you can see here I was having a hard time with the business card holding it straight. Whenever you spray the enhancements, make sure to tap it and not hold it. And make sure you're holding it a couple of inches away. If you hold it too close, it makes the hairline look like super black, and it just doesn't look believable. And after you're done with your enhancements, make sure to go with your trimmer again. This is where it really makes the hairline pop and look really sharp. Once again, I'm going to speed up the process because I don't want to waste too much time. Now on this part is where I enhance the design. Whenever you're enhancing the design, you want to make sure the card matches up with the lines you made. For example, if you hold a business card which is straight and spray the enhancement on a curved line, it's going to mess up the look of the design. This part also isn't mandatory, but you can use a white pencil too. It really gets the design to pop out. And it's best if you use a Q-tip and not your fingers so it can blend smoother. I just didn't have a Q-tip at the time. For some reason, I started enhancing it with the pencil, then I just stopped. I don't know why. I only did like a little bit, not the whole design. I'm also speeding up this part too, but I'm just detailing some more, dusting off my client. Now that I'm finished with the haircut, I can show you guys a before and after. Just to remind you, this is how he came in. And this is how he's leaving. I'm glad with how this haircut turned out. If this tutorial helped you learn how to do a design, please like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And let me know in the comments of what other types of videos I should make. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.